Pay attention real quick.
Everyone lost to gun violence is someone's beloved. The Beloved campaign recognizes gun violence as a public health emergency.
Firearms are a risk factor, the biggest risk factor in violence.
And calls on each of us to play our role in creating a beloved community where everyone can be safe and thrive. The Beloved campaign frames the issue of gun violence in 4 parts. Part 1, the problem. In the past 2 years, our region has experienced significant increases in gun violence and homicides in our communities. Growing up in communities that are riddled with violence harms the social and emotional health of everyone, not to mention the long-lasting personal and intergenerational trauma. Sustained trauma leads to stress-related illness, compromising health, and deterring positive educational and equitable economic outcomes for generations. Plain and simple, exposure to gun violence has lifelong consequences and causes legacy disenfranchisement. Part 2, the history. The ongoing systemic oppression of Black, Indigenous, and other people of color compounds poverty and intergenerational trauma and leaves our communities forced to exist in survival mode. Our communities have immune systems that become compromised by systemic inequality and forces the necessary creation of street economies and a proliferation of violence in order to survive. Gun violence is a symptom of inequality. It is a symptom of the public health crisis of racism and is a symptom of inaction. We owe our past a better future, and we must act in the present if we hope to see real and lasting change. Part 3, the solutions. When we listen to the community, elevate the wisdom of the lived experience, and follow the lead of those closest to the problems, we're able to then recognize the fact that our communities, especially those most directly impacted, are the only authority on real solutions. When we have the resources that allow us to meet the unique needs of those who are most directly impacted, we are all better able to heal and thrive. When we prioritize community-led public safety, robust health and wellness support, access to opportunity and agency to determine what works best for us, everyone thrives. Part 4, Beloved Community. The Beloved campaign is a call to action to bring into focus the systemic causes of community-based gun violence and amplify the voices of those working on treatments and prevention, and realize together the dream of a beloved community for all.
I define the problem of gun violence by looking at it as a public health issue that disproportionately impacts, of course, Black and brown people of color and low-income people.
Gun violence is a disease.
It's impacting a lot of families.
People that lost loved ones are just dealing with so much pain.
I know people that have died, people that I were really close to.
I lost my son personally, and 30 days after that, my nephew. You won't really understand it until you've been really impacted by it.
Violence has always been around, like America itself is built on violence.
It was almost a guarantee that as a boy, you're gonna get some form of gun as a gift.
We need to redefine what cool looks like.
Once we are understanding the power that we possess already, then we can see our power and see what direction we can go. We are powerful people. My idea for a beloved community
is a place where no dream ever has to be deferred.
A community in which we're listening instead of overlooking so that we may raise generations that are survivors. I have been appointed as the mayor's gun violence prevention liaison. Mayor Bruce Harrell pledged to create a position, a cabinet level position that would coordinate gun violence response and prevention. I think the vision that I want to carry out for the mayor is I want to see the mothers and the parents that have been impacted by violence. I want to see them brought to the forefront, and I want them to be centered as far as the solutions. Solving that issue, I think, is prioritizing the communities that have been ignored for too long.